Hello, Maurieo. Maurieo draws a long section 2. In this video, I'm going to continue where I left off with drawing the long section up, and we're going to sort of get it going along the way and put some the ground surface in and put it into a new viewport. So I'm going to go to the large screen mode here and let's get cracking. So first of all, we need to put our ground surface in. So home, and we'll do that with the polyline, and it's just a matter of going there like that, turning off the ortho mode. Just makes it a little bit easier and more responsive, making sure we're getting at the top of the fitting to the levels like so. So not missing any out. Oops, I think that's, you can go U for undo. I think that one there, yes, U for undo. That one there clicked onto the, click right to the top, just clicked onto the right, the perpendicular view, which is not so good. And like that. Okay, so there we go there. So that's that all done. Now we can select that. That's a polyline, and we can edit the polyline, and we'll just curve fit. Okay, so that puts it into a nice, gives it a nice curvy nature. Now the other thing is that this is a stockpile that's been put on top of the ground. So I'm going to give the ground level here a green color. Okay, and then I'm going to just draw a line here from there. So that's sort of the original ground that the stockpile was put on top of. We can see it's dipping below a little bit there, which is a bit unfortunate. That's quite possible, so we'll just leave that like that. Now I also just want to put a little, I'm just going to draw a circle here, and maybe just 3 meters, maybe. Okay, and I'm just going to put one of those at the end there, just to extend. So that's a copy, and put a little circle there. And then I'm going to use this trim extend command, which is here on the trim. So we can go extend, and it says extend. So these are the ones that we're going to extend to. Oops, I've got it single clicking for selection, so double clicking, right click finishes that selection, and then I'll just click on that line there to extend that, and that line there to extend that line there. Okay, and that should be done. Now I'll just go to delete these, delete, and delete, and so that's our sort of original ground, and the stockpile's been sitting on top of that. Now you can see here, this is actually 0. If we take this height here, looking at the properties, 38,473, that's the height, but that's probably you know, there's quite a bit of gap there, and we're going to possibly exaggerate this here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go offset, O for offset, and I'm going to offset 30 meters, and this line here, oops, not what I wanted. I actually wanted a line. I'm going to have to align into, I just wanted to put a line from one end, which is there, right through to there. Okay, and then we'll move that line. So right click, move, and I'll just on the end turn on the ortho, and we'll just go up there 30. Okay, and that should put that line up there 30, and it should have moved it. So that's it there. Now we'll just trim to that line. Now that's what we call the height above datum, so that'll be at 30. So just trim. Oh, I'll just start again. TR, trim, and we're going to trim to this line. Right click, and that takes them out. So there we have it. There's sort of our long section. As you can see, that's going to be coming together, and that's height above datum 30 there. Now the other thing about this one is we want to exaggerate the height of it. So one way of doing that is to do it like this, and that is to insert and create a block. Now that block I'm going to call it long section. Long section, like that there. Okay. Select some objects. I'm going to select all of these objects here. Okay. I'm going to convert it to a block. I'm going to not scale it uniformly, make sure that's turned off, and I'm going to go okay. So that should, if I select that now, you'll see that that's a block called long section. Now it's scaled evenly in X, Y and Z, but if I want the Y scale, if I change that to 2, okay, that should be a block like that there. If I change that Y scale to 2, not quite sure what's happened there. Certainly worked when I tried it. I'll just try this extents here. That's that there. What's this here? I don't know what that is. Okay. So that didn't quite work according to plan. Control Z. Escape, Control Z. Oh, there it is. There. So that is certainly the block. Oh, I think I know what the problem is. Okay, so I'm just going to go Control Z. Okay, I'll just move forward from there, which I know to be undo. Okay, so let's just do a trim here. Trim. trim. I'll select this line here, enter, and get those out of there. So there we are there, and we'll create a new block. So what I didn't do when I created the block, create block, I don't think we've got one called long section, no, so we've gone back. Long section, no objects. Now I'll select these objects here. Okay, what I didn't do is pick a point, so it was at 0, 0, 0 there, so we need to pick a point, which is what we call the pick point. I'm going to pick that point there. Okay, so that's all good now, and then that there, then that there, and now we go. Okay, so now we get a point there, and that's its position there. So if we now, yes, I think I know what happened. And then if we go here like this, and we change this to 2, it exaggerates it. We can change it to 5. Okay, but I think that's a bit too much, sort of than what we want. So I'm going to leave it at 2. Okay. All right. So that means that the vertical scale will be twice the horizontal scale. So that gives us a fairly good look at what our stockpile looks like, with the lines going up and what have you. So that's that all done there. Now what I want to do is I want to create a viewport for it. So what I'm going to do is go here, and I'm going to right click, move or copy, create a copy. Okay, and that'll create another copy of that little tab there, which I'm going to rename this one and just call it long section. Long section. Okay, in capitals. So that's that there. So let's go to there, and you can see that we're in that one's height control, and that one's long section, which is exactly the same as height control. Okay, so now what we do is we come in here to model space, okay, and we unlock model space, and then we grab the hand, and we know that, well, we can push extents like that. Push extents. Oh, something's going a bit haywire there. Oh, here we go. So here's our, here we are looking into model space, and here's our long section. So that's coming into view. If we have a look here, we can see that there's that plan over there, and then in here, here's our long section. Now we want that, obviously that's around about a scale of 4. If we make that a scale of 5:1, which is here, you can see that sort of fills our bit of paper pretty well. And then we can move that around like so, and I'll finish moving it around, and oh, it's just got to get it there 5:1, which is good, and then we'll just lock that in place for now. We can move it later, and there you are. Now this is a long section, so let's just change it over to, we won't need a north point, which is probably in paper space. So there's paper space. We can delete that, and we can call this here long section. or top soil heap or long section of topsoil heap, and there we go, that can go in there, and we'll do some other things to fix that up later on, but there you are. We're pretty much sort of underway, and then we can start to put in our text and sort out our long section. So that's pretty much the long section, the guts of it sorted. It's now just a matter of catting it up and getting it all finished, ready for drawing. So we'll do that in the next video. Cheers, see you.